Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July to all of you. Here's your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. In this morning's video, I will be going over the latest fourth stimulus news and information. Many of you can request an extra stimulus payment. There are also some of you that can choose to receive a single annual tax credit instead of monthly direct payments. The winner of this week's $75 Amazon gift card giveaway is Robert Grant. Congratulations, Robert! Next Friday, I will be giving away more gift cards. Please enter my giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. So millions of Americans are waiting for a fourth round of stimulus checks to be passed before the end of this month. Democrats in Congress are hoping to pass President Joe Biden's multi-trillion-dollar proposals to help families in need and fund infrastructure projects. Democratic lawmakers are also discussing using reconciliation to enact President Biden's ambitious infrastructure plans, going beyond fixing roads and bridges to fighting climate change and caring for children and the elderly. The party, which holds a Senate majority in the next coming weeks, intends to use the maneuver to pass the parts of President Biden's infrastructure program that do not attract bipartisan support. The reconciliation procedure enables the 100-member Senate to pass measures with a simple majority vote, instead of the 60 votes required by the Senate rules, to stop debates known as filibusters. That means Democrats who currently have 50 Senate seats can stop trying to get at least 10 Republicans to vote with them. Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris can break a tie, giving the party a majority.
So yeah, happy to spend a couple of minutes with you guys to just provide a little bit more context. You all heard the president discussing the employment report that we got today, so I just wanted to provide a little bit of additional context on how we are looking at that data in the context of what we've seen over the course of the last couple of weeks and the last week in particular. So obviously a strong and encouraging jobs report today, 850,000 jobs created last month. That takes us to more than 3 million jobs created since the president took office. Under the hood on that, I just want to raise a couple of issues. First is, in addition to a strong job story today, we saw a strong story about wages. Wages for workers. Average hourly earnings were up 3.6% over the year. And if you take out the pandemic, some of the movements in the pandemic, we've seen the largest 3-month increase in wages on record. Records go back to 2006, and so I think what we're seeing here is a labor market where, as employers are increasingly looking for employment and jobs are plentiful, they are paying higher wages and people are taking jobs at a faster clip. Good news on both fronts. The second is, as we look, there's the payroll survey and the household survey. The household survey is what feeds into the unemployment rate. A couple of things under the hood in the household survey that may be of interest to you. First is around labor force participation. We saw an increase in labor force participation among the prime age working population. So for those workers aged 25 to 54, we saw an increase. And in the pandemic, certainly because of some particularities around teenagers and also early retirements, that prime age workforce is particularly relevant, and so we keep an eye on that. The second is, if you look at the broader definitions of unemployment, which have been particularly something that we and others have followed over the course of this pandemic, one notable thing this month is a marked decline in the number of people who are working part-time for economic reasons. So this is a category that the Bureau of Labor Statistics tracks, where people would like to be working more hours, but are only employed part-time. We saw a 644,000 person decline in that figure over the course of this past month. Again, a sign that those who are wanting to work more are having an opportunity to do so. I would also note that there was a slight uptick in the number of long-term unemployed. That number has come down since the president took office, but that's an issue that is a reminder that we continue to have challenges in.
Everyone, please comment below if you think our Democratic lawmakers should use a budget reconciliation process. President Biden has already used reconciliation to pass his $1.9 trillion stimulus aid package, but majority parties cannot use the process all the time. Legislation has to have a direct budgetary impact to qualify. Some current Democrats considered trying it more often, but recent guidance by the Senate parliamentarian reportedly discouraged that idea. Fortunately, Biden's Democrats can use reconciliation again this calendar year because their previous use was connected to the fiscal 2021 budget. Now they will switch to preparing the fiscal 2022 budget. In a letter sent to President Biden recently, 7 Democrats from the House Ways and Means Committee expressed their support for another round of stimulus checks for millions of Americans. The lawmakers wrote, "The crisis has served as a stark reminder that families and workers need certainty in a crisis. They deserve to know they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. They should not be at the mercy of constantly shifting legislative timelines and ad hoc solutions." Right now, there are over 20 Democratic senators who have sent a letter earlier this year, calling on President Biden to enact recurring payments. The lawmakers had said, almost 6 in 10 people say the $1,400 payment set to be included in the rescue package will only last them less than 3 months. Those supporting the move for additional stimulus checks have pointed to evidence that the payments do offer much needed relief. Everyone, please leave a comment below if you agree that President Biden should pass another round of stimulus checks. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, referencing recent research, said in a Twitter message, "Government can and should continue to address the needs of working people, not just the 1%. Everyday Americans are also exerting pressure for the government to provide further relief. So far, more than 2.5 million people have signed an online petition, which was started by an unemployed restaurant owner calling for $2,000 stimulus checks for adults and $1,000 payments for children, which would then be followed by additional payments when needed." The state of California recently passed a bill that allocates funds to send a $600 stimulus check to anyone making less than $75,000 a year. The bill also includes an additional $500 payments for adults with dependents and undocumented families. Those who have already received the check during the first round will not be sent another. California Governor Gavin Newsom was expected to sign the bill into law this week, but as of right now, it is still unknown. The state legislator and the governor are still negotiating and have not released public statements announcing a broad budget deal, even as bills went into print Friday reflecting some new agreements that modify the placeholder budget lawmakers approved on June 14th. For now, the California Tax Franchise Board, which is tasked with the distribution of the checks, has an alert on their website reading, "Recently, the governor announced a proposal to expand and add stimulus payments for more Californians. These additional payments are not yet available and are pending legislative action." So everyone, do you think state stimulus checks should be sent out this month? I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. That is the end of the video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video this morning. I hope you found it helpful. Remember that next Friday, I will be giving away more gift cards. You can enter my giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and also commenting below. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very blessed 4th of July.